What up, world? You tuned in. South Park. Shit, who messing with me today? Shit, we on some Trill subjects today. Much love out there, everybody tuned in. Shit, you want to tune in the conversation, drop your questions. Shit, man, drop whatever you feel about this subject right here, man. We on some Trill shit tonight, man. I'm gonna get some more people in here before I get up, man. Shit, go enjoy the game out here. I had to come out here. I know other people that are enjoying the game, but nigga like me, I have to get this out my chest. And my ancestors out here deliver to the women out there, get them some brain food out there. You know what I'm saying? Give our men some brain food out there. Give our youngsters some brain food out there. Man, I'm just putting what I do, man, because what we do out here, man, is Trill talk, you know what I'm saying? I got to keep these subjects Trill out here, man. We do more than rappers out there. You know what I'm saying? Stop the violence movement out there. Keep that shit going, man. I'm gonna move around after a while. I'm just gonna give y'all an introduction, but you know, we gotta talk about this. You know, it's a touchy subject out there. And before I even start, I wanna, you know what I'm saying, give my ancestor praise out there. Give me the right words to say, not saying nothing to harm nobody, hurt nobody, talk heartless out there, ended it out there. You know, I'm just spitting real facts and, you know, my opinion, my words, you know. Like I say, you got anything to say out there, drop some comments out there. Let us know how you feel out there in the world. And my main thing is first, I want to, you know, give special prayers out there to anyone in domestic violence out there, whether you're a man or you're a woman out there, you know what I'm saying, praying for you out there. It's no life matter death situation out there that us as people, black people anyway, because, you know, us is, we come from, like, as they say, domestic households is, you know, one household homes and shit where the mother raised more. This for the Section A, you know what I'm saying, listeners too out there for the government becoming the dad of the household due to domestic problems at home and shit. This for the ones out there that, you know, kids some came domestic households out there get domestic problems from watching their mom and daddy go through domestic problems out there. But like I want to start, man, prayers out there for the ones, and I'm sorry for the ones out there that I never faced a domestic problem out there. But this is the problem in the domestic households out there, and kids out there being traumatized too early or something, and the ones losing lives out there, traumatized out there. But you gotta understand it's a touchy subject out there, so I have to be careful what I say and don't want to offend nobody. Like I say, my apology out there for anybody that I've been facing domestic problems out there. And like I say, man, we gonna go with ourselves first, cause I'm gonna talk about myself first. I'm raising my hand. I'm gonna let everybody know I can raise my hand to this. But ain't no man out there squeaky clean. Every man probably had domestic problem. Raise my hand out there, cause I done been through domestic problems out there. And like I say, man, my first domestic problem, it wasn't about no woman's side or whooping and shit. You know, like you say, you start that shit, even if you let women start hitting on you first, and you still let that go and you let that be. But like I say, man, domestic problems, and I apologize to the women that I ever laid my hands on, period. You know what I'm saying? Whether we was in arguments, relationships, you know how relationships go, you know what I'm saying? You have problems, domestic problems and shit. Well, I apologize to that. Saying, well, I apologize to my wife, any of them problems. Because like I say, man, you grow up in households, you have to know where it's at. And every man got a past. Every man, only person can help you with domestic problems is God. You know what I'm saying? When you got anger problems out there, only person can help you out there is God. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put no blame on nobody. We ain't gonna say, oh, counseling, the best counsel you can do is, you know what I'm saying, give it to God and keep pushing. Because everybody got a past. And like I say, man, domestic violence is real out there. We gotta know this. It can trickle down to the kids. It can trickle down to women losing their life, you know what I'm saying, from abusive ways of they face being messed up, jaws or whatever. It's women out there and been in domestic problems. But one thing about a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak for myself, and then I'm gonna go to man. But man, you know, you gotta understand, man. We go through our things, but it's never right to put our hands on a woman. I'm just gonna say that it's never right. It's never right for a man. I don't care on any circumstance. I advise any man get away from that type of stuff because it's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for her. It's not healthy for the kids. It's not healthy for society. We got to know where we're going with this. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I'm putting my hand up because, you know, I had God redemption from me having them anger issues or me knowing how far to go, and blessed not to have no domestic charges out there because that shit don't go off the rip. I got a domestic charge one time, but shit, my brother came and got me out of jail. So that was some shit you got to say, hey man, if this domestic, let me learn my lesson. But that alone, catching dumb charges for domestic, just because you got the type of women might call police or shit, but you have to say, man, please, if they scarred in a way, now they'll start taking you both to jail. You can't get off if you unscratch that man up and that man bleeding or something and you bleeding. Hey, both of y'all supposed to go to jail. They let the courts figure that shit out now. And the courts can give you restraining orders out there. A lot of people are in right back up to jail. They together without like it never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, people have fights and, you know, bruises and shit. And some people don't play. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't play. I can't speak for brutal, you know what I'm saying, domestic problems out there. I never had no brutal domestic problem. I can't ever say that about nobody else. I can talk about myself first. But like I say, men out there gotta understand this is a subject, it's a touchy subject out there. That's why I'm talking about it. Because, you know, when you've been redeemed from that, this were the mans that had their domestic problems on over the years, and they probably been redeemed for it. They probably going through the court system now to get their life back in order. Probably lost their kids, restraining orders. Probably lost a good woman same way a woman lose a good man, and it always result down to cheating or, you know what I'm saying, money problems or something, or, you know, drug problems or something. We got to know where it's at when it comes to our kids, how we traumatize them as we young. We might thinking mom and dad supposed to stay in the house, hold domestic problems sometimes. Sometimes it's better for us to, what we create together, to stay together and to deal with our problems with our kids. Us together is getting along better. Us together is treating each other like, with respect, with honesty, integrity, you know what I'm saying? All that, man. All that come with that. Because, like I say, man, when you start that domestic shit, you automatically develop no trust in a woman. Once you put your hands on her, I don't think a woman gonna trust you again. Same ones that done got them ass kickings before, you know what I'm saying? It's touch the subject. I'm gonna watch what I say. I'm gonna try to watch it. But women that have got them ass kickings before over the years and shit, and be with the daddy still, hey, you be asking yourself, well, was it worth it? Or did you play a part in it? The reason why you stayed in relationships sometime? Because if you in a relationship and you going through domestic problems, you basically wasting your time. You damn sure need to get out. You damn sure need to get out. If you're a woman and you're in domestic problems, you getting smacked up and shit, you need to get out. Not just for yourself, just for the kids, whatever. But you married out there, you try to work on it, you damn sure need to get out too. No matter alimony, if you can't afford to get away. Sometimes we be trapped in relationships that we can't get out of because we ain't financially stable. So we have to stay there, or either we gonna be homeless or something. But I advise any woman out there, if a man ain't making you be with them and he doing all that to you, as you say, you telling everybody he doing this, you painting him as a woman beater out there, hey, what's your problem walking away? What's your problem walking away? We talking to all the women that stay in relationships, and they say it's about love and all that, but I don't think it's about no love. If you say a man, if he abusing you, if he beating you and all that, and you still with him, you gotta ask yourself, what made you stay there? Was you afraid to be homeless? Was you afraid that he may give his sex to somebody else? Would you be afraid of leaving? You know what I'm saying? Do we be confused around them times? Talk to me, women. Talk to me out there. Leave your comments out there. Like I say, it's a touchy subject. And the reason why I say all this, because everybody in the world know what they done seen with Diddy. And we gonna say that one time. I ain't gonna speak on name. I'm speaking on domestic violence, period. But we done seen this repeated pattern. And the reason why I'm mad, I'm talking for the rehabilitated man out there going through the court systems, for the ones that probably had their domestic problems to pass to them. They don't want to relive that. Some women, they go fight for that, fight for that. Hey, woman, if you ain't been beat on, you became an advocate, stay an advocate. Some of your women's stories can be way more powerful, can let women see that they ain't gotta be a victim out there, they ain't gotta be abused, they ain't gotta stay with a nigga cause he got money, they ain't gotta stay with a nigga cause of none of that. That's why if a woman choose to stay with a man, that's on her. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, no woman never should be touched on, period. Them God women out there, hey, dealing with these programs and shit when women be battered and bruised up, where now they got to go into the shelter or the women's shelter from these programs sometime. And it's crazy for the women have to go through all that. And once that the man break up their household, they messed up. So now they got to figure out which way they go from now on. And see, some women want to have to fight hard out there. What's up, Robert Lee? I see you out there, homie. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, man, it's a touchy subject. But you know what I'm saying? No man don't want to be labeled as a woman beater. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad name, same way a woman can be a man beater. You know what I'm saying? Abuse started at home, where it start from cuss words. Like I say, I apologize for anybody, any women out there calling you bitches, any of that type of shit. I apologize. That's one thing about me. A real man like to face his truth. I live in truth. Shout out to my ancestors out there. But like I say, man, it's a touchy subject out there. And like I say, what makes women stay out there and go back to the Diddy situation, the Cassidy situation, the $80 million situation, everything that's leaked out now, my blame mindset is saying, well, what's up with the hotel? Why the hotel sweep that? Cause the nigga had money. Only thing I can tell a nigga, whether you got money, whether you broke or any of that situation, you supposed to go to jail. If you did some shit like Diddy, you supposed to go to jail. I don't give a fuck. I blame the hotel. You supposed to go to jail. This was coming from the rehabilitated man that see that and say, hey man, I went to jail. They wasn't getting a fuck. I went to jail. A lot of these niggas do that domestic shit. They don't want to be embarrassed. So if you been running around and saying you in love and you so in love with a man, but then he turn around and put his hand on your shit, you don't want to be embarrassed to your friend, to your family. And this for the men out there probably done put their hand on women before and then turn around and have some girls after that and realize, damn man, I got some girls now. Shit, I ain't gonna never want no man put no hand on my daughter or something. That's why we can relate every time you go that route with your female or your companion or your spouse or anything, and you be like, dang man, that's somebody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody's mama. I gotta understand what I'm doing. So you come back to your senses sometime. You be like, man, I ain't going that over the edge. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And when God hold you down sometime, after you and your spouse, somebody probably got into it, you be like, man, I ain't going that far no more. Cause somebody could have went to jail. We in her bruised. We all there. We could have beat this. We gotta learn how to deal with this and see when we come in these households sometime, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get up right now. We come to these households and we be traumatized from these households sometimes of watching this so many days and watching so many of this in our lifetime as kids out there. And we sit there and it traumatized in our mind. We be like, God damn, we've been traumatized before. So we get in relationships. We don't know what love is, just like women. If you ain't had a dad in your life, it's hard to know if what love is. Some niggas be trying to, before they can get their girls out here, before a bad spouse, somebody get them, shit, they be corrupted by not having that love from the father love of teaching them that they ain't gotta take nothing and they ain't gotta go through none of that. But see, like I say, man, you gotta know who really, really with you when it come to that. Because like I say, all women have been a victim, whether it's your mama, aunt, his sister. That's a deep subject out there. And the only thing I be tripping off of is the ones that try to sweep it under the rug, or the ones that be in your business so much and probably what to do about your situation, but they ain't doing about their own situation. But people judge you out there on staying with somebody. Shit, people disown you for staying with, as they say. Yeah, the South Arkansas Trill Talk. But I advise the man out there, don't let that get your anger get the best of you out there. Because the minute you let your anger get the best of you, shit, you got a full problem. And I salute all men that stand up for bruised and battered women out there sometimes. Because, we don't get a chance to know who stand up for them. And when we see that stand up mindset, we be thinking all niggas be speaking on the wrong shit or nigga business sometimes. But we don't be realizing, man, you traumatizing your kids, beating their mom up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem of our households sometimes. We have them deep secrets in there till kids keep them. They don't be telling their mom and telling their dad a business. They try to keep that at home. And you know what I'm saying? Once your household business get leaked out, men start feeling bad about what he undid wrong before. And see, that's for men out there that's still going through that, still dealing with that rehabilitation, probably still doing the smack up shit. You gotta understand, man, that's a deep subject. You don't want to have that on your record. Shit, that domestic charge shit, they don't go away. It can be 10, 20 years now. It's gonna hurt you, it's gonna harm you out there. So you gotta advise. And if we raising Trill Kings out here, as man, talk to your son. So when it comes to the, relationships these days, you know what I'm saying, these people, we growed up probably 70s, 80s, watching pimps smack holes, as I'm gonna say, because this ain't place. We ain't in church right now, so we probably don't watch this a million times. So by us watching this, it'll make us feel like it's acceptable in the household, because pimps did it to their hoes, and hey, a hoe wanted to be treated bad in order for her to feel like she got a successful pimp sometime. So she get the abuse, the mental abuse from her being in his circle. So hey, if she want to be a part of the circle sometime, she got to make it a part of the circle. But that be our problem on us relating ourselves to the pimps and the prostitute days, where women out here are selling their body or something, and they needed somebody to look over them so they'll accept what they pimp offered out. I guess they were traumatized back then, but that be a position where when people come in the household, they don't know what's the meaning of being in that mindset of letting go sometimes. Sometimes you're in a domestic situation, you gotta let go. You gotta let go, woman or man out there. Don't never make it seem like that you have to deal with something and you going through something. You know what I'm saying? That's where we be at when we be living our life and living in our truth out there. Let me let this go right quick. You know what I'm saying? We be living in our truth out there. So in reality, we can't be mad at the world when it's all something out there. Let me go on and put this don't disturb on here while we introduce subject right now. But we gotta be understand what we be doing to ourselves out there. And these rehabilitated man, you gotta speak out on that. If you done been to jail for that domestic shit, you know damn well Diddy supposed to went to jail. When he first did it, 2016. I don't give a fuck if he had money. If the goddamn hotel allow his money to let that go away, then what all the men that get punished for that? What's wrong with them? Do they get a pat on the back? Hell no, they gotta go through the court system. Hell no, they probably still having to go to somebody to supervise them while they dealing with their kids. Hell no, somebody probably done died. Shit, they ain't coming back out here. So do he get a pass? I'll be like, no, man, he don't get no pass, no matter if he got money or not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a serious matter. And then you got caught in the cookie jar because you got caught on surveillance. Now, a lot of men probably be like, look, I know what I done did before, but I ain't get caught on no camera. Shit, he got caught on camera. So what people think, if somebody leaked it, that's us feel like a Fed leaked it. Because why would you leak that to the world the way this internet set up? And the girl got an asset was worth the 80 million now to be traumatized all over the world, and got these women out here living this same story again in their mind. If they haven't been through domestic problems before, you got to know that that's Trill out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that's something people think about, people go through, people talk about out there. I might go dead as soon as I pass here. But we South Arkansas Trill Talk, man. We just have to put that out there on the Sunday. We preaching today, you know what I'm saying? Don't let your past, you know what I'm saying, corrupt you. But don't be out here being in denial of things you undid before. Show when it comes to the domestic world, Like I say, don't nobody want to be labeled as a woman beater out there. I damn sure didn't, and I damn sure haven't. Like I say, man, you go check my resume out there. A lot of people try to put jackets on niggas, but the whole time you gotta ask yourself, did the man get in trouble for it? Did the man this? Did the man that? Because that's a touchy subject out there. And I ain't just saying that when you get away, you get out of this, or you know what I'm saying, you push somebody down, all of a sudden the police came or something. I'm talking about if you actually went on some brutal shit and you did some fucked up shit to someone by the mama, to somebody's daughter, to somebody auntie, to somebody's cousin, anybody. You gotta understand, was it worth it, knowing they gotta relive this? Because domestic shit getting out of hand. And if it ain't us for our youth to know what it is, show with this internet now. You gotta really be with what our youth is now. You know what I'm saying? Our youth are looking at this. They looking at this through the internet now. And this internet making this world feel like everything got to be talked about. And I'm speaking on it on this little podcast because everybody don't talk about something that's worth talking about these days. That be the main thing out there. But I advise women, you in a domestic situation, whether you can't get out of where you broke, whether you stuck in a situation where, hey, he got the money, you don't have to take anything, you don't have to put up with anything, just get out of it. But like I say, man, if the ones out here fighting for the domestic, they probably feeling bad out there because Cassie hid that and she got 80 million. They probably wouldn't like she could have really stepped up. If she knew a video was out there, go be posted like that about her, she would have really stepped out here in the domestic and say, hey, you need to step up for women out here that's doing these things out here and probably been in worse relationships, probably got done worse than that before, and probably like gay girl, he took it too far and he on camera. And now he want to come out and apologize. He wasn't trying to apologize in 2016. Look all the shit on the nigga. But like I say, man, I ain't even looking down on the man. I don't know what he got going on. I wasn't right there when he did it. See, a lot of people got to stop looking at these podcasts and putting shit together and thinking the people that be saying this and that, they be acting like they were right there when they did it. Man, they were nowhere around. So when you get some hearsay, she say information with no facts, with nothing on paperwork, with nothing from the person that actually happened to, then, man, you can't believe everything you hear. You can't believe everything you see. You got to know damn well the internet will put anything out. And then people be wondering why the internet's so messed up because, like I say, the phone game out here now. So it's got to be some federal leaking just same way some of everybody got that video now. You leak something out there, sold to CNN, you know, CNN on the comeback. So somebody cashed out on Diddy. Somebody cashed out on Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? But and niggas will be acting like that's some real shit. And the whole time, if he got that much power, you see you all coming in and names coming in and now, people looking at there like, wow, it's something new. What's up, my nigga Louisiana Slugger? But like I say, that domestic shit real. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will paint pictures just like I say. Women get out of a relationship, get right back in another relationship. And hell, she probably getting beat in this relationship. She getting beat worse than the next. Like I say, if you're a woman out there and you know you got whole tendencies, be by yourself. Don't get with a nigga and you know niggas don't play or niggas too possessive these days. You been doing this, you been blowing them good, just like men. If you been sucking on your woman good and all that and you ain't got her, woman go keep funny too. You ain't got all possessive and shit through the sex game. Now she crazy in the head. Every time she thinks somebody wants you or any of that shit, now you messed up because your woman crazy in the head over sex and she don't want nobody to mess with you. Now she tearing up shit. I advise niggas out there, domestic is tearing up shit all the time, bleaching your clothes, putting you out of house, busting windows, any of that shit that's domestic out there, man, let that shit go. This internet right now, like I say, it'll make niggas that's rehabilitated look like demons and devils out there. I advise in a man, like I say, man, your past, your past. You know, if you ain't ask God to forgive you, you can't worry about what nobody else say about domestic. But when she don't went to that hospital and you don't went to court for this and that, you can't worry about it no more because the court gonna have your ass sprung out They gonna have you going to them classes. You gonna have to complete them programs out there. They ain't going no more. Shit, and then you gotta work to get that shit off your record out there. So I advise any nigga out there that I'm been in some domestic shit and they going through the domestic thing. Man, don't get Diddy no motherfucking pass. Nigga, you doing your work right now. Fuck Diddy. You know what I'm saying? That nigga go to jail. I'm with the women on saying, man, they ain't going to jail. If I got in trouble for it, he should too. So niggas gotta understand, if you ain't been to jail for that, ain't no way you riding for that nigga. Ain't no motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really got people. I feel you, Louisiana Slugger, sex, violence, and murder. And look, all the shit going on, just like the street game. Whatever with the street game, shit, that's what come with it. Then you got sex trafficking, you got all this going on. Like some people at dumb out here, and you let this leak out. But if a nigga paid a nigga 50,000, I know somebody cashed out for that tape. I know somebody did. I know somebody cashed out for it. So it ain't just looking at what he did. Nigga, he should have went to jail 2016. I don't give a fuck. He should have been in jail 2016. This for the rehabilitated man out there. He don't get no pass. He don't get no pass. This for the rehabilitated man that going to court for them domestic problems they probably had with their girls and they trying to put their family or whatever they back together out there. What's up, Shanita? I see you out there. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, Diddy don't get no pass. I advise women, like I say, you been a hoe out there or you got whole tendencies, and that's where it really come from a lot with this domestic world. People be with the whole shit and motherfucker be with the games, and then you don't play. You get with a nigga don't play, and then all of a sudden you over there collecting this money coming up and on cheating on them. Majority of the time, niggas go want to click on you, but that's the point. A lot of these cheating problems can be solved out there. Like I say, cheat. If you go cheat, be single. It ain't called cheating if you're single. Just don't let a nigga get too possessive. Well, all of a sudden now he wanna jump and whoop on you and shit, and you accepting it because you looking at it, he got money, so you don't want to let that money go while he paying all your motherfucking bills, so you don't want to let all that go. Some women be like, fuck that. Shit, that's why some women be like, man, I ain't finna take no ass kicking for no money. And what would fuck me up with her, shit, all the women gotta look at it. He did all that to her on camera. Guess what? She went right back. They don't show that part. She went right back. So obviously she was getting some money, or they had a misunderstanding or something, and she know that all this she was trying to get away at the time. But if you look at it, that bitch went back. You gotta wonder why she went back. What you go back for? Did you leave some money? Did you leave something? You ain't got away now. You ain't got away. You could have went and called the police. You could have went and did all that. But all of a sudden you go back. So you gotta look at that two ways. For as niggas looking at it saying, damn man, she went back. Even the women that's fighting for that, going through that, probably like, man, she went back. You understand what I'm saying? That's a double standard. That's probably why Diddy came out on camera with apology. Like, oh man, I'm glad they showed both parts of this shit. Cause one thing about it, she went back, and they were just showing me doing all that, and really look bad. Well, you was in the room naked or something, you running down the hall in a towel and shit. Nigga be like, God damn, nigga, you were naked in there? And she was trying to get away. I was like, but she must knew that you the type of nigga that have sex and pass out naked and shit, and all of a sudden women were going through your pockets or something, or they knew you was intoxicated from the pill game, or y'all probably was up 5-6 days or something. Now all of a sudden you gotta ask yourself, is it worth that? You understand that? It ain't worth it no more. So y'all gotta ask yourself, look at the world now. And when she went back, it played a whole nother role. You say, oh man, goddamn. It's like, man, fuck that. But regardless if she went back or not, that nigga's supposed to go to jail. Just for all the rehabilitated niggas out there that dealing with that domestic shit, probably done lost their kids or women out there, or they trying to get their life back in order without being domestic and want to be happy. They want all the toxic shit out their relationship. Like I say, man, once the fighting and all that shit become toxic. Like I tell you, what God and what put together sometime, he know when he wanted to part. And I advise God, if the domestic shit in there, is it worth you staying in a relationship because you can't afford to leave it? That's what be our problem sometimes. But like I say, man, motherfucker put jackets on you sometime when motherfucker be all in your business trying to make you look bad, or it might be something else, hidden agenda, whether it's drugs or something, and a motherfucker ain't telling the position of lead to domestic problems out there. Or it might be somebody else where a nigga been traumatized as a kid taking it back out on somebody. This for the man. We looking for our daddies and women lives. We be know if men love properly, correctly before they get in another relationship. Same way do women be healed. Same way do people be healed before they get in another relationship. Because all you do when you in a hurt relationship, you take hurt to another relationship. You don't even get time to heal. Even if you got horny and you were vulnerable and a nigga caught you vulnerable and now that's your new nigga, that wasn't your new nigga if you were vulnerable. You just got caught in a situation that you didn't know where you were coming or going. And that's where we get stuck in sometime before we heal. We end up having sex or we be thinking we found the right person and the whole time we gonna let that person suffer your way out of getting out of shit, even if getting over a motherfucker. You know how people, how many people think they ever was a sub out there when it was time for a motherfucker to be got over? Show if you were having sex with them good, or they were licking on you good, or you were licking on them good. You stay, that's like basically, hey man, I'm gonna use this person to get over a person. See, in time, this is why I'm talking about this, because we got young men, we got young women out here. We don't want our young men and want our young women catching charges that they don't understand. Show our kids out there. So we got to speak on the shit. We got to lead. We got to know what's wrong. We got to not feel like, because if it's our kid or if it's our motherfucking daughter, hey, what we supposed to be like? Oh, was she wrong? Just like it's certain things in other relationships that I've seen happen where people lost their life with this cheating game. People lost their life with this putting their hand on somebody. And I'm speak on the fathers that deal with daughters that be in abusive relationship. They got brothers or something. Brothers, fathers out there, if you know your daughter, you know your sister, you know your auntie, you know your cousin, and domestic situation, and they got themselves in domestic situation, don't motherfucking get tricked out of your freedom just because you trying to play hero. See, sometimes we got to know where we can't be the law. We got to let the law be the law. And we got to know if mother putting their hand on you, hey, we got to know that we got to handle that. And if you're doing it in your sight, you got to know how to handle that too. But you got to know it ain't worth giving your life up and the person will still be with them. that mess anybody up. When you ain't got out in somebody's business and they been fighting and shit, and all of a sudden they still together. Made you look stupid as a motherfucker. Made you look stupid as fuck. You out here, you done got beef with a person you don't know, you done got beef, or you done did some shit, and all of a sudden they right back together. You like, God damn, man, that was a cut, boy. But you know, hey, he better not touch you no more. He gonna get the same ass kicking. And see, that traumatized right there will fuck you up more, because you now unseen a motherfucker that some shit that don't supposed to go together or don't supposed to happen. You unseen this shit unfold in your face. You like, God damn, we just went over there and got in them folks' business and they still together. And see, we probably got sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, anybody heard some she say, oh, I heard this about him jumping on you, or I heard this about she doing this and that to you. Now we don't like these people for something that ain't even our business. But the whole time we weren't sleeping with them, we weren't none of that. But we hate somebody over what somebody else doing. One thing we can say, we can't never stop what somebody doing. When you fed up, you fed up. You know when to go. Like I say, even a fool know when to let go. Let me say that again. Even a fool know when to let go. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta know. But when there's big money involved out there, and you see all this shit unfolding with domestic shit, demonic shit, you see shit folding with all this together. Money, sex, power, and drugs. Shit, what's the world come to? See, the internet got us so much to where everything's together now. So you gotta know if you going or coming now. Because if you ain't in a domestic situation, don't get in no domestic situation. If you know what domestic situation looks like, don't set yourself up later. Get out early. You know what I'm saying? Even if you just have a baby by a nigga sometime, it ain't worth if you got a baby by a nigga and shit, you might thinking that it was gonna get better because you was stressing, or the baby was making your mind messed up, or all of a sudden you get a baby by a nigga and you realize that baby ain't gonna control him, or that baby ain't gonna keep him. Now you got a problem on saying, oh man, I'm gonna let this nigga smack me up then. Maybe that'll make him keep me. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you getting smacked up. You think the baby go keep him. You think you went all through these troubles, even if you was taking that pack up the road and whatever. You do all that to try to make yourself keep niggas. And this same time, it ain't worth it. Same way with women. And see, man get talked about the most when we stand up for our women. Them the ones have to deal with them coming to the domestic programs and shit and wondering why the niggas so messed up. And then when you try to bring the man in there and the woman in there and the kids to work together, hey, the kids be so traumatized they ain't never worked with their mom and daddy. Hell, you know how a little kid see some shit and all of a sudden he be scared and shit. He'll run in the room, he won't come out, he be waiting till the violence go down. Same way when it comes to these gunshots out here. Kids be violent, they be scared. They don't know what to do. They be waiting till the shit calm them down. They got to be calmed down. Now kids traumatized from situations that probably we put on them. Like I say, I tell niggas, I ain't squeaky clean. I done had my run-in, my problems, my domestic problems too, but I learned though. So your past is your past. Your past is your past. But like I say, don't let no motherfucker label you as a woman beater if they don't know the whole story. Know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody put no title on you like that. No man beater shit. Or you toxic to the internet if they don't know your whole story. Because sometimes people are staying situated to make themselves look good. Sometimes people make you look bad so they won't act like they ain't never did nothing wrong. And you be like, look, man, if you was sneaking around on a good person and that motherfucker caught your ass later, you can't be mad and say what's gonna be on a nigga mind. Show up a nigga gave a person their heart and shit. You don't know what's gonna their mind gonna run to. But like I tell any women, under any circumstance, it ain't worth you staying in a relationship if a man putting his hand on you. A man putting his hand on you, get out of it. I don't care you got kids by him or not. I speak for that same way if my woman would ever left me in any situation I was in dealing with some domestic shit. Hey, that's what she supposed to been did. I'm glad I'm rehabilitated myself. I know what to do and I know how far to take it. Any man out there, oh, you want to save your relationship, you want to save your marriage out there, hey, go get you some counseling and shit. Don't be ashamed of your past. It ain't like you undid it, but if a woman done been in that domestic shit, watching that cashier, it's gonna rock her. It's gonna make her feel like that shit just happened to her yesterday. Cause I know a lot of women out there was like, whoa, that nigga did that on camera. The niggas was like, man, wow, man, you went too far. But when niggas say, hey, that nigga go to jail, that was 2016. That was, and then the motherfucking mayor, the motherfucking prosecutor come out and he announced that, hey, he can't go to jail with statutory limitation. He's like, whoa, high statutory limitation. And he done got caught on the camera beating on a whole woman, and he didn't go to jail at the time. He just threw his money out there. Niggas that got money don't get no pass for that. Domestic shit, I don't think it should get no pass. I just feel like that's a, you know what I'm saying, a 50-50, just like abortion out there. People having their body, they want to be control of their body. Same way as niggas do some shit they ain't got no business or get tricked out to freedom out there by letting a woman get close and get near to you. Some man give it all up. Some man be like, man, fuck that. Shit, she shouldn't have been playing with me. That nigga, you know I'm play like that. You know I'm play like that. And then they always say, hey man, you seen two people out there fighting or something? You go get in this shit. Man, I've seen people lose their life getting in somebody else's business. You understand that shit? Don't try to play hero out there to nobody business. If you ain't trying to call authority, don't just throw your phone out there and start filming it. If you ain't trying to call authority, see, that's our problem. Same way when it happened to her. Somebody that's in that hotel staff clerk, whether they was people that were cleaning up, and there was a, you know, you when you work at them hotels and shit, it's an oath you take. Same way, hey, you steal something, you can't be going in these people's room. They go do your background check, make sure you ain't no thief or nothing. It's an oath you take when you work at these places sometimes. So when you take that oath, you can't go out there and break that oath or you gonna lose your job. So the people that hid that, you understand, you know what I'm saying? They hid that for some money. But the motherfucker that leaked that, shit, nigga, they cashed out. That was a cash out moment. That wasn't no little leak out. Like, oh man, this shit go tamper some shit. Man, this nigga finna break the internet. And he broke the internet. If he was already prepared for that and saying, hey, if they ever come out and they bring this back out, I want to have me 10 pages out there where I can eat off this shit while they talking about my ass. That's why I felt like he came out and made apology. He could break the internet with apology because people go dissect this apology. Was it sincere? Did he look right? But nigga, when you got 20, 30 motherfuckers coming at you with different accusations of you played in boys' booty, or you raped them, or you did them bad at a freak party or something, man, please, that don't answer. That don't give a nigga $80 million and you think, man, $80 million? Shit, you think Cassidy mad? She probably mad now. It probably don't feel good having that money, and motherfucker all over the world wondering like, you stayed with that nigga out of that? Like, god damn, that happened 2016. Like, when y'all divorced then? Then you knew the nigga had other kids. Somehow you probably felt like she was probably trying to keep Diddy in a position where she felt like she wasn't gonna never be his only one, wasn't gonna never be, he was gonna be concerned about based upon he got other kids by other women. You know what I'm saying? He got princesses, because once you get them little girls out there, your woman can forget it sometime. Shit, you get a little girl and you get another woman out there and you ain't been giving your daughter or that girl that attention out there, and you think this new girlfriend out there supposed to get it more than that daughter sometimes that daughter don't let that shit happen. So next thing you know, you got the woman resenting the daughters out there because the daughters ain't finna let you trap their dad or something. So now he got to protect the daughters as much as he protect himself, knowing that you ain't gonna get your way ever like you want to. So now you go create a hole for a nigga. Same way, if a nigga running after you and he wants you bad, and you realize, because women smarter than men. Women smarter than men. Women put that good head on you and that good pussy and think, I'm gonna excuse my language on a Sunday, but women put good sex on you and they'll have you gone. And then when they got you gone, they'll put you in a situation where they don't even want your ass. They were just knowing in reality that they can't have you because it might be kids that come before them. So now they can't just have you like they want. They ain't have no kids by you. They ain't got none of that, so they can't have you like they want. Now they'll play games with your mind because they know you're running after them, but in their mind, they know they can't have you like they want. And there's a lot of women probably been in domestic situations where they got with niggas for money. They got for niggas for money, and then all of a sudden, that the money came with licks. Now they ain't worth getting whooped on for some money. So I ask any woman out there, don't let money be the root of all evil, where you won't let that damn bank go. If it ain't your own bank, if you ain't independent enough to get your own goddamn bank, don't let that money leave you there getting battle bruised or none of that. Just like I say, a lot of us be in relationships sometimes, can't afford to leave. Just like I say, that domestic shit, it fuck up your love, it fuck up your trust. You have to gain your trust back again. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to gain your trust and say, hey, ain't cheating. You gotta walk that. You know what I'm saying? As man, we get older, shit, man, we be having to gain our trust back. You know, as we get older, we don't want to be no sneaky links. We don't want to do nothing sneaky. You know what I'm saying? I salute myself that I've been on the road, and I ain't gonna just speak on the years, but only a man know what he doing in his integrity way. He knowing what he doing when nobody watching. You understand that part? A lot of them think, oh, it be the phone. Hey, man, let me tell you about the phone. If we made cheating so overrated to where the phone is the new cheat game based upon that's what they call cheating. If a woman sending you bullshit pictures, anyway, the phone come in spot and it didn't go with no meeting up situations or none of that shit. If you didn't touch that ass and you a porn watch or something and you didn't touch that ass and you didn't do nothing to touch the person, it was a few conversations. You got to ask yourself, is it worth conversations? You think conversation lead to something else? Even if a motherfucker's conversating in 2 other states, you think, do that lead to something else? But I feel like you can't touch a motherfucker no matter how many motherfucking pictures they send you, bullshit you go through. If you didn't touch them physically, I feel like it wasn't no cheat. But if you had any portion of meeting up with that motherfucker, any way you would have met them, you would have cheated. It was a fantasy mindset, then you cheated. Even a conversation sometimes, a phone call can relate to cheating out there. And see, that's where we at when we look at the world these days. We overrate cheating to what's really cheating. Or did you you thought he was cheating? Or did you start an affair because you thought a person started an affair? Sometimes we be taking darts before we know, say, hey man, I'm gonna get them before they get me. I advise anybody, you in a relationship and you worry about getting cheated on, say, I'm gonna get them before I get me. Man, you don't know what you create behind it. Your best thing to do is just let go. Ain't no way of being in no relationships these days, and your mind is only got to pay. You want to just play motherfucking revenge game. Oh, I'm gonna get them back. I'm gonna get them back. Everybody can't take that player world. Everybody can't take that player world. Niggas be want to be players and shit. Make sure you be STD free players. Don't just be sleeping with anything and you supposed to be a player, but you down here, you ain't even strapping up. You allowing yourself to be stuck in a situation where you know goddamn well that player lifestyle get you AIDS, or that player lifestyle will get you herpes out here. You done collected some goddamn motherfucking diseases trying to be a player, and not even just that, you taking that shit back home. And this even go for the women's out there that like to have them parties out there. Even if you a woman out there, or you a lesbian or whatever, and you sleeping with more than one person, or you like to have them parties, make sure everybody in the party is STD free. The niggas and all that. Cause nigga, I be looking at shit like niggas be having these parties or throw their money out here, get them a good trick, 2 women sometime, and don't know if all these motherfuckers STD free. Bitch that threw the money out there and got somebody with them and say, hey girl, let's go get this nigga money. Now both of y'all out here having sex with this nigga, don't know STD free or nothing. He probably had that whole package. Now what? You sitting there with a whole package just because you were money hungry, and now you done took this shit back home. Now everybody got it. See, we don't talk about age no more because it ain't in a subject in the hood no more where people have to feel like, oh, I couldn't got it. People wonder, do it come from the drug dealers, or is it coming from the youngsters out here? And see, like I say, your past out there. You understand? Only person can carry you out your past is God. So don't you might have to get you some counseling and all that, but let your past be your past. And a lot of people won't let people past be their past. So when it comes to domestic shit, they be like, that's the most evil shit you can do in the world. You be like, okay, what about the other evil shit in the world? Is it more evil, deeper evil shit than that? What's more devious than having sex with kids or having sex with ancestry, your own relatives or something? That's devious shit too. We don't talk about the Trill shit. We always talk about shit ain't got no motherfucking business, like, rap wars and shit. Only way I feel like you can talk about a rap war if you actually are MC that you want put in a catalog. Not getting on niggas' dick out here and just keep your page going. Nah, nigga, if you an MC out there, I feel like you can talk about that, cause not even just them rap beefing, it's art. You hear the beats, you hear the production, you see how producers putting good music together in the back, you see how lyrics and real music were wrote. You know who write real music, you know who ghostwriters, you know niggas that ghostwriters get paid. Think about it. It's probably motherfucking ghostwriters that got Drake hot. It wasn't him. But this ghostwriter team, I feel like I salute Kendrick Lamar, because that motherfucker a hell of a ghostwriter and he a hell of a MC. So you have to know who winning when it comes to the MC game. And see, I just want to touch on that a little bit. But like I say, man, women got the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. Women will know before a nigga get deep with her, is he worth keeping? She'll have him sprung out. And all of a sudden, this nigga, he trying to get her, he trying to keep her, he trying to do everything to satisfy her, but she already accepted. She not gonna be number one. Same way she ain't gonna accept coming before that man kids. Sure, if he got some daughters, he know them daughters gonna want that man love. She gonna want that man to show them, or don't get them they daddy love, so they don't got to depend on them niggas. They daddy show them how to be loved correctly, so they can be in a position where they know how to love a man correctly. Same way a mama's got to show their son to be loved correctly so they can love another woman correctly. And see, like I say, households, you come out the projects or somewhere, or you growed up watching domestic shit in your hoods and shit, you never know how you traumatize you as a kid. Same way we get our kids, we ain't gonna do this, we ain't gonna do that, or We ain't gonna let our kids see this. We ain't gonna let our kids see this. And then all of a sudden we get in a relationship, and all of a sudden kids seeing everything that we didn't want them to see. But it ain't what the kids see. It's how you keep them in it. If you don't educate them after you know what traumatized shit is, or you know what post-traumatic stress disorders is, or you know vets coming from the war where they probably mentally messed up and now they alcoholic, they drinking or something, or you probably got people that get on harder drugs and they can't get it. Now all of a sudden they got anger issues because drugs and mother alcohol bring anger issues in the household. So these drugs bring anger issues in the household. So you gotta know when you got these demons floating in your house and shit, and you know you got these demons floating in your house, you gotta understand these demons powerful. These demons break households up. These demons out here make people do things they wish they didn't want to do. But see, when the demons and your body back normal, you gotta know them anxieties a mug. And see, like I say, people dying from this domestic shit out here. So people done died, you know what I'm saying? It's real out here. It ain't something that you laugh about when you see two people fighting and they bruising each other, they cutting on each other, or they shooting at each other. You know what I'm saying? That's why they give women the right to bear arms now. Shit, because women, that's why they make women so more powerful. And we gonna touch on, because I seen on the internet and I was looking at domestic situations, like I say, kids, whether they boys, whether they girls, shit, you might think sometime, do you think that that's a big way of how kids become gay, being traumatized at an early age, watching that dramatized shit? And I seen a man crying from the Cassie situation, and I was like, how this nigga crying? I'm like, what the fuck he crying for? I was like, yeah, he probably felt it in a way to where he never seen that before. And he probably felt like, I never seen a man hit a woman like that on camera before. Like, wow, that's fucked up. Like, that could be my sister, that could be my mama, that could be my cousin, that could be my auntie. You know what I'm saying? It messed them up in a way to where they probably never seen that. I salute the parents out there that done kept domestic abuse out the household. I salute that. If your kids ain't never seen you get hit on, I salute you. I salute you. You know what I'm saying? Even the dad, if you ain't had that problem, apologize to your kids sometime. Apologize to your woman, like I told you from the beginning. I ain't squeaking clean. I apologize to all relationships I done had in the past. I apologize to ones I'm in now. Shit, but I know that how far to go, and just knowing damn well there ain't no situation I want on my record. So go check my record. I know. Niggas say, oh man, you want to be, you want to be. Everybody don't want to be. Go check their record. Niggas be getting accused of that because you be wondering like, hey, if the nigga doing all that, what you still with him for? You gotta understand, you can stay with motherfucker up. If you ain't happy, what was your purpose being now? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how long you been a motherfucker. If a motherfucker been doing something, you man, leave him alone. That's the only way your grain sanity. Don't put all the sanity on say, oh, the man gotta go to jail. So I told you what he was doing, I told you. No, they ain't gonna make a nigga say he told you. That's gonna be like, Ben, please. What you gonna do, still be with him or let him go? And a lot of women, they don't be want to let go. Same way niggas, let go. You ain't got to stay there. If you ain't happy, let go. If you know that you can't let somebody else make them happy. You understand that shit? Some people don't be want to let that go. They'll hinder you. Sometimes you have to break away from evil spirits out there. You have to break away from evil people. You know what I'm saying? Same way when people try to put you in a box, and then even when your in-laws or anybody push away from you, from your problems, you be like, look, man, I ain't never got in your motherfucking business. But just by you hearing about my business, whether that's a sister, brother, cousin, any of that to you, shit, come and meet me for myself. Come deal with me for myself. Don't deal with what people say about you. Show you a good relationship with you. You just have to know how to get both of them in a situation to listen sometimes. Show if there's some kids involved, you don't back out of it and say, oh, I'm a hating person. And see, even if you got in-laws that hate you, be like, look, man, you can't hate me for something that ain't never happened to you. Same way you can't like a person if they ain't never did nothing to you. Some people just physically don't like certain shit. So you have to ask yourself, is it physical like? Is it physical like? Is it physical something that you can look at and you say to yourself, is it worth me putting myself out there now, knowing damn well I have to sit back and look at myself and say, damn, I wouldn't have went that far. But like I say, man, sometimes, and when you be in this world, the mystic world, you gotta know it's real out here. But like I tell you, you don't get no pass for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point. You don't get no pass. So when you put yourself in that position where you don't get no pass, shit, you gotta understand that's something you ride with yourself with, and you gotta just take it what it is. But see, that's where we be at. And like I say, man, when you in these programs and you in these domestic situations, shit, you have to go to these programs and shit. And like I say, I'm speaking on for the man that be rehabilitated. I don't give a fuck if you got money or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no pass. You don't get no pass, and you ain't getting no pass. So, in the rehabilitated man out there, if you going through the shit in the court system, shit, and you been having to get yourself life back together, man, shit, go start telling them, hey, what he get a pass for? I did. Now he want to get some help. Now he want to act like something wrong with him. He need to get help. He messed up. And then you be like, okay, you done did so demonic shit to people. Now you want to act like your mind messed up. You know what I'm saying? You want to act like you've been in the media so long. You want to act like you don't know how you got in the media so much. Because you like fame, hype. And anything that can make you break the internet, shit, I wouldn't be surprised if you pay a nigga to motherfucking leak the tape other than talk about, oh man, he probably like, man, which one worse? Being gay, doing all this gay shit, or sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, hitting on women now. Shit, which one worse? Both of them worse. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no way around the bullshit. But like I say, we gotta stop thinking it's Illuminati shit. Just cause you got money, ain't don't make no Illuminati world. We always make the people Illuminati because they be having these fire-ass lawyers, and sometimes these fire-ass lawyers know how these budgets go in these cities when it's come to these court systems and shit. So we don't pay that no attention. We just be worried about who it is and all that. But if a motherfucker come with a nice piece of chunk of change, 9 times out of 10, them motherfuckers go fold them cards. You can believe that and say, man, we need that money. Shit, we gotta let some of these cases come to an end. We gotta let some of these cases be what they gonna be. But when that mother came out and announced that and say a statutory limitation to that shit, that to get caught on tape, only thing nigga can say, man, that nigga got caught in the cookie jar. He don't get no pass. Now, even if you're in a domestic situation, you I gotta look at this shit again. Like shit, I was drunk when I was going through that shit. I was in a bad spot in my life when I was dealing with all that. Now I'm over that, watching that replay again. How do it fuck with me? See, when I look at this live right here, it's gonna always remind me that I came a long way. And I praise my ancestors for that. Like I say, man, don't be in a relationship out there, women. If you ain't been in an abusive relationship out there and you know you have, get out. Ain't too late to get out. Get out while you still can. Don't let nobody tell you can't get out. Whether you got kids gonna miss their daddies, all that. This new world order with this internet and shit, it ain't worth standing out. It ain't worth standing. It ain't worth a motherfucker recording you getting whooped, but they want motherfucker record you doing good shit. We always recording our blacks doing bad shit. And people already know this damper our black system. This making our blacks know since we come, everybody be like, oh man, they always take the dad out the household, Section 8 style. They have to go, the government start giving women help for this shit. And then women be putting the abusive man right back in the same help the government getting, but the same help. Yes, if you gonna let the government be the kid's daddy, or you gonna let the daddy. And like I say, man, it don't be the woman all the time. Niggas be mad at their woman. We want to smack their woman up because they think their woman go down there and put them on child support. But sometimes it don't be the woman problem. So if your kids got medical problems and your Medicaid, they got to get on Medicaid because you ain't got no insurance for your job. So now they got to get on Medicaid. So you got to always think niggas start developing these mental problems from can't pay their child support. Or they done had too many goddamn kids, they can't pay that shit now. Or they done got on these drugs out here, now they can't motherfucking maintain their household no more. Thinking they woman cheating. They develop this paranoia, schizophrenia now, ain't that's what they call it. Motherfuckers always thinking somebody watching them, or somebody always thinking somebody doing something. Don't let that shit manifest in your brain, cheating. Some motherfuckers out here, they'll manifest that shit in their mind, and they can't get it out of there. They have to pray to God. Like I say, man, If you live in integrity, if you live in truth, you ain't got time for that sneaky shit. If you ain't got no disease, if you done made it to 40s Club and you ain't got no disease by now, it's time to get up. It's time to stop being so sneaky. It's time to stop being so demonic mindset if you knowing damn well it's gonna lead to bullshit. It's gonna lead to toxic shit. Like I say, these days of time, men would rather be single, women would rather be single. Whether they gay, straight, or whatever, you can do your thing being single. Don't nobody owe nobody no explanation. But getting in relationships these days is go 9 times out of 10 lead to domestic problems. So don't set yourself up for failure. Same way, don't set yourself up, get a baby by a nigga and think that's gonna keep them. Because kids don't keep people no more. Even being married don't keep your man or your woman. Shit, when you marry, you gotta live in integrity. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind. Only people that want to be kept, the people that want to be kept. You gotta want to be kept. You understand that? You gotta want to be kept. You can't sit there and think that, oh, if a person go cheat, they go cheat. Shit, person want to think they want to be kept, they want kept. But don't live in no revenge mindsets. Don't let people think what you see or what you hear. Man, get the facts first. Like I say, you wasn't there. Don't worry about it like that. Worry about what's in front of you. Worry about your lifestyle. You traumatized as a kid. Did you have bad problems? Like I say, some men be innocent. And men, that's like I'm going to say about the man. I'm going to go to her. I'm going to say this too about men. All men don't be doing all the domestic shit sometimes. It be more women out here domestic harder than men sometimes. Boy, you know them big women out there be beating up on their niggas all the time. You understand what I'm saying? They be beating the shit out their niggas. Some women like a man sometimes that easy competition. If they can whoop on him and slap on him and get away with that type of shit, that's their man. They want a nigga they can whoop. They want a nigga that they can whoop his ass. That's why a lot of our sisters sometimes we get them weak ass white mans and shit because we want somebody that we can whoop their ass. And see, that's what the women do. They be wanting them up where they can whoop on them. So if I advise them nigga, you get the fuck around, start letting a woman whoop you, well, you scared of a woman now. Some nigga be scared of their woman. So if you got that woman on play and she'll pop up and shoot your ass, say, hey, look, nigga, you cheat on me, I'll pop one in you. Don't play with my heart. See, motherfucker take these heart games to the heart these days. Don't let no motherfucker play with your heart. Don't get too deep. If you know you're a type of motherfucker, you're an ignorant motherfucker, man, don't get too deep out here. Be by your damn self. If you know you're an ignorant motherfucker and you knowing that you'll do some ignorant shit, man, be by yourself. If you know, you gotta wait till you get the right one. Because you turn into a person, get with a demonic ass motherfucker that love to play with hearts, man, you gonna be fucked up for life. And I advise anybody, man, ain't worth giving your freedom away. Like I said, prayers to the ones that have lost their life out there. Prayers to the one that's going through domestic shit out there. Prayers to the one trying to get out of domestic shit. Prayers to the one that rehabilitated from domestic shit. You understand what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I'm going to get up out of here, man. This South Arkansas Trill Talk. You got in the comments out there. Leave it out there, man. But like I said, I support the movement out there with the domestic shit. Like I say, that nigga supposed to went to jail in 2016. He don't get no pass. You don't get no pass because you got money. And like I say, let your past be your past out there. Don't if you know your past, don't relive it. Don't let what people still talk about, something about your past, make your head bad because it's your past. Because some people are constantly make you want to replay bad things over in your head sometimes. And see, this is internet, same way with that news. It'll have your ass depressed all day. Just don't keep looking at bad shit on the internet. The internet will depress your ass much as this news is now. Because every time something come out, you don't know if it's facts. You got to let shit play out there. But like I say, man, we gonna get up out of here. Salute all the 2024 graduates out there. I salute you out there. Keep doing your thing. Don't let nothing stop you. You damn sure don't come out here. As soon as you graduate, you want to get married, you go straight to domestic. Same way you get out of school, you go straight to drugs. Same way you get out, you go straight to acting like everything cool. Oh, I ain't got to stay at home no more. Damn motherfucker, they'll move to college or something. Don't wait to move to college to come a hoe. Don't go up there and get AIDS either. Anybody, these kids be killing me. They ready to go to college to become a hoe. They mama wouldn't let them be one around them, so now they want to go to campus and be a hoe. You understand that shit? Don't get no AIDS out here. Don't get no motherfucking herpes. Don't get no shit that you can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? That be our main problem. Shit, we don't know no more. Don't get any these parties and shit. That's why I was gonna come out with my invention soon. I tell niggas all the time, I come out with the hottest inventions. The invention I got next, STD card. You know what I'm saying? we gotta get back to the fun out there. Everybody shouldn't have an STD card. I think same way you have supposed to have ID to buy some liquor or something. Same way you got the gun license. I think a lot of these spots out here changed to 18. Louisiana changed back to 18. I think the rest of them 21. That's another subject I'm gonna bring the South Arkansas Trill talk. Do you think it's too young to have the guns or bearing arms in Louisiana at the age of 18 out there? I just think they gonna start building more pens out there, and they knowing damn well that it'll come a problem if you let these little 18-year-olds get a right to bear arms out there. Shit, why when I was trying to be 21, it's my turn to be 21, I had to wait to be everything. Same way with the liquor store. Wasn't no 18 no more to buy motherfucking cigarettes. I think it went back up 21 for a while. But man, we gotta stop changing ages, and we gotta stop giving our kids a right to bear arm in the judicial system and think, oh, we go be one on stop the violence movements, but damn, they making it younger and younger for our giving them the right to carry. So you gotta ask yourself, is it worth coming out getting out in the movement sometime when you know it's hard out here trying to tell somebody else's kids what to do? That's the biggest thing sometimes you don't want to do, because you probably don't want nobody telling your kids shit. So why would you want them to tell somebody else's kids shit? We got to come to a barrier, and we got to look at it and say, it ain't just the bad kids that got the problem. It's the kids that's spoon-fed, that come from good homes. Them be the ones I heard sometimes be with the motherfucking wrecking shit because they can go home and still eat a good meal. Niggas I heard that barely got something to eat, barely got somewhere to stay, mama and them tripping on them and shit. It's hot, or they ain't sleeping good, or they don't like to clean up, or these motherfuckers just sitting around all the time eating and just don't have nothing to benefit from. Shit, them the ones ain't in no shit. It's always the motherfucking spoon-fed kids sometimes that always doing some fucked up shit. You be like, nigga, you come from a good home. Why'd you go and take your mom and daddy through this? And that's where we be at sometimes. We be so messed up. We be thinking every time you turn around, it's somebody that's in the motherfucking situation where they come from the ghetto type shit. It don't be the ghetto style no more. It always be somebody that you probably think is ghetto, but the whole time they probably got their mama and dad in their life. And like I say, man, do you think these days having mom and dad in life, is that a good thing now? Or do you think kids these days just have one parent households, them the ones that kids go to hard in, they graduate out of, or they didn't have no dad or mama? Do you think they graduate because a parent missing? Because, you know, sometimes you have both parents and then you be having your kids too spoiled sometimes to where you can't see they growth. But the reality with ones that don't have no daddy or no mama sometime in their life, you can see their growth because they have to learn how to deal without. So I salute the ones that come from them places or they grow up with no dad or mama or somebody raising them and they still graduated and they still doing their thug thizzle. Like I say, man, don't come out here and get on a domestic situation after you graduate. Don't come out here get no motherfucking baby and you just start living. Don't come out here and think it's easy. Because these babies out here, they cost, baby. And I salute all the ones, even myself. I have to pat myself on the back sometime because I salute myself. It was hard, but it was fair, raising 3 kids out the ghetto and stayed in the household with them. So I salute all the parents that's still rocking together, keeping the kids in the household together, the mom and dad out there. Some people raised with structure out there and some brain structure. But like I say, don't hate the man that stand up for the women, because when the women got to come over here and get in these programs and shit, and you have to sit back and say, oh, the niggas up there acting like they ain't got to stand up. Man, we got to start standing each other up as brothers. We can't sit there and hate our brother. We got to love him too. We got to stand him up. We got to let him know, hey, man, you don't need to do that. You got to learn. The parents or the kids sometimes be the one come work together with the kids. Sometimes kids can work better with their parents. They see them, you know what I'm saying, particularly like that, certain things and games and fun. Other than, oh, when I seen mom and dad, they were mad all the time. But when you see kids, see their mom and dad work together sometimes they ease their mind and they make them go harder too. Because like I say, man, you be wanting that peace in home. And when you bring that peace, same way them demons, you bring all them drugs in there, you bring all that bullshit, toxic shit in there, after a while it's gonna start toxing your relationship. You know what I'm saying? I done learned so many lessons, and I salute myself for still growing. Cause like I say, man, never act like you know everything, and never forget. Nothing to learn, man. I salute you out there, Louisiana Slugger. You know what I'm saying? But much love out there, man. Like I say, man, take that in, man. Be Trill out here. Let motherfucker know it's real. If you're a Trill homie, you got daughters out here, let your daughter know. Love your daughter some more. They'll know how to love a woman. Don't give all that love to your next nigga and you ain't gave it to your son. Don't give all that love to the next woman if you ain't gave it all to your daughter. So you gotta understand, what you put in kids' life, that's what they gonna remember. What you do in front of kids, that's what they gonna remember. Yeah, man, the South Arkansas Trill talk. I'm gonna get on up out of here. My damn camera start fucking up. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Like I say, when you have kids, man, make them your pride and joy. Don't have kids try to keep a nigga baby. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, salute Cat Williams out there. Like I say, man, what's done in the dark will come to the light. Live in integrity out there, man. And live in truth out there. And don't be ashamed to tell the truth. That way can't nobody use it against you out there. But I'm gonna get on out of here, man. This South Arkansas Trill talk, man. Like I said in the thing, you know what I'm saying, that put thought on your mind. I salute you out there. Like I say, prayers to the domestic world out there. It's domestic world, money, power, and sex. Know the difference. One.